Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Surviving Mars in our Shadow of Elysium Redux series. We are, of course, whoa, what are we looking at? That was the concrete extractor. We are about to summon our first colonists as we begin this new episode. I'm going to go back up to speed 3 here. We are getting a few things done while we wait. I don't know that there's a whole lot more that I can do, but let's have a quick look. I guess I'll go ahead and let it run while this is happening. Our power accumulators are all full, and we have 3 of them, which is pretty nice. We've got a couple of hydroponics farms set up because we haven't researched farms yet. A little bit unlucky with the farms technology so far, but we do have apartments, which is nice. New anomaly found. What do we have? Technology unlocked. Go get it. Also, it looks like there's some metal in that area that I'm going to need to harvest. A good amount of metal, actually. So far, we've been pretty lucky with the metal on this map. And we're going to need to be, because I still don't have a metal deposit near me. Similar starting situation to Shadow of Elysium 1, and that was hugely problematic because we weren't able to produce our own machine parts reliably. Okay. Looks like a research-based anomaly. It's going to give us a certain amount of research points. That came from a meteor. Ironically, if we have a meteor storm in the lower area now... Oh, look at this rock formation. That's pretty cool. If we have a meteor storm in the lower area now, then we won't be able to access that until things get a little better. Until we're able to have a tunnel, the same way we were trying to have a tunnel in the first Shadow of Elysium series. It's ridiculous trying to get machine parts going when you don't have metal. Hopefully it won't happen that way again. All right, let's see what we got. Advanced Martian engines and autonomous sensors. So advanced Martian engines, that's the rockets requiring less fuel option. And then autonomous sensors, I do want to have that ASAP. Hang on. There we go. Fuel compression and the drone hub will follow that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Really wish we had that fuel upgrade already because it's taking a while to refuel these rockets. It is taking a good while. That's okay. We will survive in the meantime. One thing I guess I can do is go ahead and get a rare metals extractor set up for these colonists out here. Prefer not to build anything... any new power connectors, so let's just set it up right there, and it will connect to the power supply automatically by virtue of being next to the cord. Okay, this RC Explorer is done with that anomaly. Why don't you go check that one out, please and thanks. Okay, it's time to order our first... Well, is it? Hang on. What are we looking at? Yeah, I can go ahead and order our first passenger. So, passenger-wise, now we can micro this if we want. We can go ahead and say that we can specifically review the people that we are bringing in. Or we can let the game do it for us. Let's see. There is a celebrity applicant, and there's a genius applicant, but it looks like the genius applicant is fairly flawed. That's a shame. I wonder what flaw they have. But I really want that. I wanted that genius applicant. Notice there's not pages anymore, you just scroll. What's the issue with the genius? I tried to click genius specifically to find out who this was. Let's scroll down to the bottom. Who are you? Where are you? He must have a pretty bad flaw, because the game doesn't rule out all the flaws from the beginning, but it tends to help you out by auto-selecting the ones that are really problematic. Oh, you know what? These are just the matching colonists. So what I need to do here... Hang on, maybe if I turn this off and then go back to perks and click genius? No. Alright, so it's William Morgan, this geologist. He's an idiot. He can cause a malfunction at a workplace, 10% chance. But he's a genius. Don't love that. Really don't. You definitely want the celebrity. Well, not necessarily. If they have a flaw. We'll allow idiots. Or at the very least, maybe what we'll do is... Let's do it the old-fashioned way. Let's do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to turn off all of these settings. We definitely don't want any seniors. I know that. I don't want any middle-aged either. Hang on. Do we... Alright, good. Alright, this way we're just getting adults. Now, let's review who we have here. William Morgan. He's religious and a genius. And he's a geologist, which is good. We need botanists. We need scientists. Kurt Kellerman is a gamer and a hypochondriac. I wish it was possible to review these by category. That would be nice. See, that's the thing. Is it makes me not want to do it to micro this, because how much time is this going to take? I'm gonna let the game do it for me. So flaws. Sorry, I sorry to go back and forth, but I'm just sitting here going, man, it's going to take a while if it doesn't let me sort. All right, well, I don't want to encourage alcoholics. I want to say... Let's say no to lazy, melancholic whiners. No to hypochondriacs, no to gluttons, no to gamblers. Well, gluttons, actually, I will allow because we have that food bonus. No to cowards, no to chronic condition, no to alcoholics. Okay. I want to encourage sexy. I want to encourage survivor and workaholic. Definitely want to encourage fit and celebrity. Generates funding when at high comfort. That's nice. Composed enthusiast. Absolutely encourage the genius. I like the fact that they gain twice as much comfort in gardens and parks, so I will go ahead and select that. And then nerd gains a temporary morale boost every time a new technology is researched. Yes, please. And rugged, too. All right, there's that. Flaws. I've selected the ones I don't want. Let's go ahead and say no to the gamblers as well. And to the loners. Does that still allow me the celebrity? Yes, it does. Good. We say no. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what... No, what we don't want is the tourist. Okay. This celebrity is a tourist. Tourists have been reworked in this patch. It now grants... I'm reading from the patch notes. It grants 10 million funding when the colonist arrives. The tourist stays for 5 sols and then leaves on the next rocket to Earth. When the tourist leaves Mars, they generate 2 new tourist applicants. So that makes me not want the celebrity. So screw you. I don't want to put up with tourists. Let's just say no to that. Don't worry, they'll tell you. Makes me laugh every time. Alright, let's launch. We'll see who our colonists are when they arrive. And we'll need some more supplies before long. That's why we need Ditmar number 1 to hurry up and refuel. I don't have an additional fuel refinery yet. I do technically have enough polymers to start another dome, but I'm not going to fall into that trap again. It's not going to happen. What are you doing? Research? Good. The Martian diet should finish when this is done. Or be very close to finishing if this is a smaller research chunk. Producing fuel as rapidly as we can for Ditmar number 1. Yep, we've researched the Martian diet. Now we're working on advanced Martian engines, and we're a decent ways into that. So with the Martian diet in place, all of our colonists will consume 25% less food. It occurs to me that we need to go ahead and get a landing pad set up. Let's put it right there. I didn't want it to be too close to the power generators. We have a decent amount of funding left, thanks to that breakthrough. So when it is time to arrange more supplies, which it will be before long, we'll be able to order a good bit. Cannot wait for advanced Martian engines to be done. First colonists are 2/3 of the way here, and our landing pad is in place. That got built nice and fast. Let's get the water extractor on high priority, because we need it to be well maintained. Also, I am remembering that I need to have a dumping site set up near here. So let's... There we go. Those drones are going to go to town, well within range of that drone hub. RC transport is doing a whole lot of nothing. You need to be doing something other than that, please. Metals. So here. And the RC Explorer is done. There are no more anomalies at present, but hopefully there will be soon. Alright, so we've got a dust storm coming up. Welcome to Mars, everybody. Alright, so right now, total demand is 1. Stored oxygen. Am I going to be okay during the dust storm? That's my question. Or should I maybe go ahead and get some additional tanks? Let's clear that dumping site, and we're going to get some additional tanks set up. Giant dumping site right there. New colonists have, or first colonists really, have arrived. Here's the moment of truth. Let's actually watch this in proper speed. This drone's just like, I have nothing to do. You'll have something to do shortly. One thing you can't follow with the follow camera are the rockets. Wouldn't that be great if you can get an aerial view that way? A new beginning. All right, so we need to either have our first... Come on, dude, go get some food. You know you want to. There's already someone homeless. How's that? You are not homeless. Give it a second. So our first colonists are coming down, but yeah, you can get some food off that, can't you? I don't remember what I was going to say a second ago. Now let's get these guys onto the colony. What is going on? It's not a maintenance-related issue. It's saying some are homeless. So we have Adrian Antoine. He's a glutton, hippie, and religious. Philip Boyanov. Oh, and by the way, he's no spec. We have a scientist, Philip Boyanov. He's a survivor. We have... Help me out. Not sure how to pronounce it. Let's see, founder and workaholic, and we have a scientist. We have a medic, party animal, religious and sexy. Theo Lind is an engineer. He's composed. We have a fit engineer, so we've got some engineers, some no specs. Beatrix Bayer, Krasimir Ivanov, Livia Lind. Arvid Svensson, nerd, rugged, medic. So we do have a medic, that's good. Glutton, a hippie, and a survivor. Gamer, nerd, and rugged, that's another engineer. Engineers work our factories, and we don't actually have any factories. Actually, yes, they do. We do. We have the polymer factory, so they'll work that. Let's go ahead and get that shift opened up. That shift as well. And the research lab. Anything else? No, we're good. And our school is going to train kids for survivor, composed, and nerd once there are kids. And here they come. It's Adrian. Philip Boyanov. Person whose name I'm not going to pronounce. Rainer Schultz. Theo Lind. Livia Lind. Wonder if they're a brother and sister. They're wearing the same colors. Krasimir Ivanov. Beatrix Bayer. Arvid Svensson. Caritas Wolf. Didier Adrian. And Emmanuel Bertrand. Our first 12. And the drones are now actually doing their job. Let's go up to speed 3, now that they've arrived. And looks like we are producing polymers. We're producing some rare metals too. Nice to see the polymer production kick into high gear already. Well, not necessarily high gear, but it's there. Alright, so still waiting for our refuel. We really need another fuel refinery. Either that or we need to be able to boost the production on this. Do we have anyone working in the research lab? Yes. We are producing a little bit of extra research per sol now, which is nice. Yeah. As usual, not too much going on in the rare metals extractor just yet. I could prioritize the polymer factory, but we have so few colonists, it really doesn't matter. Let me go ahead and set up the crops here. I need just wheatgrass to be harvested ad nauseum. In large quantities. Leaf crops will do a little better. Let's go ahead and do leaf crops in some of the locations. It would be nice to have some extra food. Hello. Soil quality is not going to be great, though. All right, RC transport once again doing nothing. But down here, there was a lot of metal. Somewhere in this. Yeah. There's that. Gather those, please, and then unload over here. Still waiting on some more resources. Specifically fuel for Ditmar number 1. Alright, so we have found a subterranean metal deposit. That actually is the second subterranean metal. We already found one a second ago. I realized that I saw that icon and didn't react to it. So, and that's not far away. That's good news. So we will have the ability with some of our newer colonists. Hang on, do we have... no, Drone Hub is a ways away. But we will have the ability before long to research that. Let's go ahead and give these scientists their boost. Advanced Martian engines is almost done, and then the extra fuel in Ditmar number 1 can get transferred to Victor number 1 and help that rocket refuel. And that will at least make our somewhat slow fuel production mechanism a little better than it is right now. So we have 9 sols remaining in the founder stage. Seems like we're okay oxygen-wise. We've got lots of stored oxygen. And lots of stored water. And again, we have our subsurface heater going right here. Oh, hello. Dust storm has just kicked in. Alright, Advanced Martian Engines has happened, but unfortunately because the dust storm has kicked in, we are not going to be able to launch those rockets. The dust storm is in the lower... Is the dust storm only in the lower half of the map? Can I still launch? That'd be interesting if I could still launch. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. I was trusting what the indicators the game was giving me and getting kind of excited. Alright, Advanced Martian Engines is done. Systematic training is now kicking into place. And we have the ability to build fuel refineries, which I'm going to queue up, but we're not going to have that for a while. Now, how am I doing? I don't have any outsourcing right now. Let's do this twice, just to produce a little bit of extra research. Now we are losing water and oxygen. Look at this. It's so much dustier down below. We lucked out by starting out up top. No edible food has been harvested from the first attempt at harvesting wheatgrass. That's unfortunate. They better actually harvest some decent food, because people are going to need it. Tell you what, I'm going to put you on just wheatgrass nonstop. Actually, just to make sure that these get handled well, I'm going to put hydroponics farm on high priority. It does mean that people will get pulled from other jobs, but we need food. We need as many workers here as we can manage in order to guarantee the food situation doesn't get worse. Thankfully, this is not a particularly long dust storm. Hang on, RC transport, you have... Let's pick up some metal from over here. I need to do the best job that I can at staying on top of gathering metal until we have colonists living in a dome near here. That's really not far. That's awesome that it's so close. So things are definitely looking up compared to how we had our first Shadow of Elysium colony. 14 hours, we'll ride out this dust storm before things get... Before I have to wrap this episode. We are starting to run low on machine parts again. Actually, we're out of machine parts. Wasn't expecting that. So we're going to need to send Ditmar number 1 back quickly. I don't want either of you to take resources with you, so let's get those off the rockets, please. Systematic training is going to be done by the time one of the rockets gets home. Man, this is the longest 7 hours in the history of surviving Mars. Need this to end. We do have another vaporator, which won't function right now. But we do have one. Where would I put it? We've got the first one set up here. The second one would need to be, well, it needs to be away from anything dusty. I like the idea of having it near the colony. Let's go ahead and do that. It's a prefab. It's not going to run, but that's okay. We did produce food. That's good to see. All right, the dust storm has ended, and Ditmar number 1 is ready to take off. I have given the order, and that is going to be a supply rocket very soon. And then this one is almost done refueling, so you might be a colonist rocket if we're lucky. Looks like some additional metal in sector B0. And we did finish researching... I think we were researching the other rocket-related technology, weren't we? I clicked the indicator and then it went away. Which one did we pick? Or maybe it was systematic training. Yeah, because the other rocket one's still in the queue. Fuel compression. So yeah, let's go for autonomous sensors. Yeah, we have access to Martian education now, which is pretty nice that we have that. I do want to queue up productivity training as soon as possible. But I will stop this episode here, and in the next one, we will be, well, getting our supply situation sorted out, as well as we might even send 2 supply rockets, but we're not necessarily going to have the money for that. So we will hopefully finish up the founder stage in the next episode and be able to bring some more colonists down. When we send another shipment of supplies, we will send plenty of polymers that will support the construction of an additional dome. And I might go ahead and put it over here. But see, part of me wants to get another one set up over here so that, you know, we can have machine parts production, etc. going. It's just we need the metal for that. So there's pros and cons to this, and we still don't have access to shuttles. So some of the same problems, but not as bad as before, for those of you that watched the first take on Shadow of Elysium. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.